very wicked.
Afrique, Afrique, et malheureusement Afrique sans fric. Oh, naso idée. Naso idée. Yendenika. Mais oui, c'est comme ça. Eh oui.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Now You Know Podcast, NYK Podcast, your favorite podcast. Check us out on Instagram at NYK Podcast, and we are also on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Now You Know One. That's Now You Know and the number one. This is another episode. I'm here with the former chef Carl. I don't know what he's doing these days, but you know, I heard that he cooked. What did he cook today? Conchaff. By the way, come and tell these people what conchaff is, because if I start saying conchaff here, they might be thinking that it's some weird food.
You see, I'm trying to explain what conchaff is, and our president of DAU is asking me about other questions. So it looks like she wants to be a guest on this episode.
Well, if she likes conchaff,
Yeah, she said she wants to join. So the answer is yes. So we might have a new guest.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. So Bonino, if you don't mind, I'll be sending her the link to join us here, and she can explain to us what conchaff is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, your boy Chef Carl, despite the jokes, he decided to prove his title again. And conchaff for us is what we know as a warrior's food. You understand? Anybody who has been a boarding school warrior can attest to the power of conchaff.
Yeah, conchaff, with all the weevils inside for extra.
I mean, the weevils are essential.
Extra flavor. Yeah, but it's simply, anyway, let's wait for that auntie to join. She'll explain to us exactly what it means. But, yeah, so Chef Kai is back in the kitchen. He's proving himself worthy.
Funny thing, I sent that to a fellow Cameroonian, some auntie in Florida. I will not say her name. Augustine. Wow. And she did not know what conchaff was. And I'm just like,
she's Cameroonian.
That's exactly what I said. I said, you're not Cameroonian. And I teach her to say, oh.
Wait, she was born here.
She was born
in Cameroon. That's what we call an abomination.
Bruh. But like, there's certain kind of foods, right, that you think about, like condre, things like that you're like, okay, maybe if you're in Bamenda, you will not know. It makes sense. But like, conchaff is like one of the staples that no matter where you're at,
yep,
I feel like you should. Not I feel, but I think you should know.
I agree. Conchaff is something that even people that didn't go to boarding school know conchaff.
Yeah.
Even people that are born here, they know conchaff.
I'm telling you. But I mean, I don't think we need to wait for auntie to join. Let's just say conchaff is what, corn and beans
and red oil.
Red oil. Now, if you're making conchaff with granite oil, unless you have health issues, I really seriously think, like, come on, bro. Like, I question you sometimes. Unless you're trying to be
conchaff with granite oil.
It doesn't hit the same, right?
It doesn't sit well with my spirits.
But you know what's worse about those foods? Like when people make like when they make conchaff or like arrow, stuff like that, right? And they don't like bleach the oil before the red oil before they start cooking. They just make it regular. I'd be like, like the oil doesn't taste the same. Like it's just
Yo, speaking of food, right? Like, you know how back in Cameroon, meat was premium, right?
Bro, what? What?
Meat was premium.
Bruh.
And that's how I grew up, right? So like when people cook arrow, they cook ndole, they cook rice and stew, before you even see chicken, before you even see meat, you eat like one big pan rice and there's some tiny small piece of meat there. But now here in the US, right, it's completely opposite. Somebody will cook arrow, but it's almost like they're cooking meat with a hint of bitter leaf and granite.
Exactly. I'm like,
I want to eat the arrow.
Like, let me taste the arrow. Like, the kanda and everything else should just be extra. Those are particulars that you just need on the side. You don't need I mean, but we're not complaining now. What do you
No.
think? Are you going to introduce our VP now?
Yes, we have the Vice President of Dynamic Alliance USA on the call, Mademoiselle Nelly Chato. Welcome to the podcast. We're happy to have you.
What kind of invitation is this?
What do you mean? What kind of invitation is this?
I was here doing my work. Good evening, guys. What kind of invitation is this that you just dragged me into something?
I
How's it?
mean, it's a good segue
Wait,
though.
hold on, Carson, hold on. You
Go
said you
ahead.
dragged her, but did you not click the link to join? Did you mind click the link for you
Did
to
I know
join?
that you guys were literally recording?
Well, you're here now. You're here now.
Oh, how
You're
may
here
I help?
now. Introduce yourself, even though I already
No,
know.
Hi,
right?
exactly. Hello, my name is Nelly, VP of Dynamic Alliance of USA.
Give us some, and please give us some fun facts about you.
Please.
Fun fact. Yeah, I paint though. I don't know if that's fun, but I paint.
Wow, our very own Picasso.
Do you now? Do you now, Nelly? Do you?
Please, let's not have this conversation right now.
Oh no, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Important matter, like ordering the things for the school. I mean, for back to school, sorry.
Ma'am, I didn't bring you on here to be discussing other matters.
I mean, it's okay. Let her tell us about it now. Let the people know so they can show up.
See, Carson is nice. It's like I'm getting meaner and Carson is getting nicer. How things have changed. Things have changed on this podcast.
We are doing well. We are doing very, very well. So we are having it'll be our first year hosting our back to school for the kids in the Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware area. So right now we are just getting things ready for the event that's happening in August 24th or 24th to be exact.
Okay, that's very interesting. So it's like you're giving them like school supplies, maybe some mentoring, stuff like that.
So pretty much we are targeting kids from elementary school all the way to college. So we are giving them the basic essential things that they need for school, and then we will be able to provide mentoring or just advice if any kids are willing to listen. Anyway, just be able to do that mentorship. They have some. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Big Brother Big Sister system. In America, when you go to a elementary school here, sometimes they partner you with kids that are in college, to kids that are in elementary school. So sometimes you get the opportunity to go visit the young kids at their school just to teach them, to tutor them. So if there's a possibility of doing that, eventually we're definitely open to it and welcome anybody.
The elementary schools. Mom wasn't go to elementary school in this
know,
country.
right?
Eh?
I've never heard of that too either. That's why I'm just like, huh? But
Yeah,
it's funny though, because Nelly, have you ever been a mentor to someone? Can you give us an example?
The Big Brother Big Sister thing that I just said.
I mean, besides that now.
I mean, to my cousins. Yeah.
Because even me, I can think of someone you were a mentor to.
Who?
Someone that had you saying yes, please, and no, please.
Leave her alone.
I mean, that's part of it though, right? Because weren't you checking in with them and stuff like that? So tell us about that.
But that one is a bit more differently. So it's more like not a life coach, but like life advisor, pretty much like navigating the school system, how to schedule. Even when you're in college, things are a bit different. How to schedule your life where you are able to, because she's an international student, just to start with, she's an international student, moved to the US, she's going to school here. In order to just have like, basic, to meet her basic needs, she needs a job. So she will apply for something called work study, where you're able to work at school and then they pay you. But sometimes that's not enough to, take care of yourself. So I was just, giving her advice. I'm like, advice on how to maneuver and still get money through, even doing hair and things like that, and even opening herself up to asking for more, to just get herself familiar with the financial side of the school system so that they can give her more money, things like that. Yeah, just that
I'm
kind
not
of.
gonna lie. This was not what I was expecting. I was thinking something
What are
completely
you
different.
talking about?
Bro, was this what you were expecting?
Not even close.
Bro, not at
Not,
I
all.
think about
not
different
even close.
I was thinking more of a chalet kind of thing.
Charlie can now be more specific. What does that mean?
I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't, then you
If you
understand.
don't know, now you know.
You know.
But that's cool though. So this event is on August 24th, you said, right? And it's gonna be in Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Are you looking for sponsorship or
Oh, of course, definitely. We are definitely looking for sponsorship, whether it's monetarily or
Mhm.
just through donation, because I think we should also be open to donating even to kids that are outside of our normal community. So
Definitely.
kids that are like, from other ethnicity, you get what I mean? Be able to open that up, even if they
Oh
want
yeah,
to donate things that some kids actually need but they cannot afford. So any donation is welcome.
makes sense. And that kind of brings up, a very important thing, right? Because if you think about it nowadays, we have social media, right? And on social media, you see a lot of, I guess, for lack of a better term, high life, right? Or fast life, in the sense that, we see people in the streets, we see people trying to make quick money. And, with social media being what it is, you have, kids that come from African countries, they see these things, right? And they feel like when they come to the US,
Hmm.
that's how life is going to be. Like, you land in the US today, tomorrow you're in the streets and you're making money, right? So I feel like,
Yeah, man. Yo, man. You know,
what up, man? We outside, bro.
on Burnham.
Yeah, so Nelly, talk to us a little bit about, how this whole mentorship thing is gonna impact not just the kids in the US, but, you know, I guess how they would take from this event and, kind of help out, anybody who's coming into the US, subsequently.
Okay, I see. Yeah, the social media can be a very, very, I mean, that can be, it's very misleading. So you see a thing you aspire to be here, you come here, sometimes you are faced with the harsh reality that that's not how it works. Or people just also throw themselves in that life. But I think when it comes to mentoring, I think those of us that have been here for a long period of time, I believe it's our responsibility to kind of help guide them and help narrow them and help them stay grounded, because if you're not careful, this fast life can lead to, let's be realistic, for a woman, maybe unforeseen pregnancy. For men, you can end up in drugs. So it's just so many things that can happen. And if you don't listen to your parents, listen to wise counsel, I can tell you 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up where you did not wish to be. So I think this mentorship, especially for somebody like Carson, somebody like you, Bernard, that you guys have made it, you've been able to succeed, build a family, build a legacy. Like it's not a lot of people that are able to do that. So many of our brothers and sisters that have come here end up in places that back home they would have never been in that situation. So I think this mentorship program can definitely, I mean, if we are able to implement it, would definitely help a lot of our youth, because like it's so empowering to be able to see somebody who has made it and who's willing to help you with no strings attached, because you are literally like saving somebody's future, saving a whole generation. So I think doing that, I'm really looking forward. If the door opens for that, I'm really looking forward to being able to mentor kids, because America is not easy. And if you're not careful, there's such a thing as called mental illness. Somebody can also easily lose their mind in America if you're not careful, because you want to do fast life, fast life. Before you know it, you are going to depression. So God help us.
So who made it They are saying that me and Bernard made it. Bernard made it. I'm like, made it, bro. I've not made it though. Go back, please. Fam.
Cassie has a
But like
legacy.
to you,
Bro, I'm
like
like, what?
it's like you might see that your life you have not made it, but where you are could be somebody's real point. You get what I mean? So it's maybe to your eyes you haven't made it, but to somebody's eyes you've made it.
But I mean, and that's one good point, Nelly, right? Because a lot of times, right, you never know who's watching you, we never know who's looking up to you. So, you might think that, what you're doing is just basic, but to somebody, that's their dream life right there, right? So, to your point, I think we just have to be our best selves, and you don't know, maybe you're inspiring somebody and you're making a huge difference in their life directly without even knowing.
I have a
And
question.
go
Very
ahead.
random, but it kind of ties in, right? But it's more so it's probably gonna deviate us a little bit from this, right? So we're talking about like making it versus not making it success and whatnot, right? And the perception that comes with it. Have you noticed that in our community, a lot of times, like people chase a specific title thinking that success comes with that, but a lot of times it doesn't. And then how you're treated is also based on that. Because like I know a lot of people that will come out with the name from out of nowhere, they're Mr. This to not that pastor, or from this not that doctor.
Doctor.
Like a doctor in history or some that's like, not gonna, put a lot of funds in their wallet and stuff like that, but like they do it for like the notion for the clout that they've made it and stuff like that. Is it just me that's peeping that, or is it
Nah,
something that you guys
it's definitely not you. It's definitely not you, because if you think about, if you look at when you go to events, right, you see like MCs, right? When MCs are introducing somebody, they emphasize on that doctor, pastor. They have to put that emphasis on it, right? And to your point, right, there are some that are, because I mean, certain fields, certain fields like in the medical field, if you're a doctor in the medical field, that guarantees shitload of money, right? Excuse my French. That guarantees a lot of money. But now, if you think about it, if you're a doctor, say you're a doctor of philosophy, in this day and age,
what, bro?
Who listens to you?
Like
Who
literally.
listens to you? Because everybody has their own philosophy right now, right? If you're a doctor of history, okay, but they have that title, right? So like you said, they're just chasing that title because it sounds good when they say doctor this, doctor that, but to your point, it's just for show. It's just for show.
No, what do you think?
And hey, don't go and say that, NYK podcast is saying that you shouldn't be a doctor. Please, by all means, go and be a doctor.
Let me say it. Don't be a doctor if it's not gonna be, something that comes with something that you want to do specifically, not for like clout, not for anything. But also, like, don't go to school and get all these loans and be a doctor to not get anything out of it, bro. And owe $100K. Like, what's the point? These loans are not going to be forgiven. I'm sorry. They're going to sell you that false hope. It's not going to be forgiven.
I gotta share some of these dreams.
Nelly, you're dreaming about those loans there.
No, they're not the loans, but some of these dreams.
False dreams.
But
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna fault them for that's what they do. You get what I mean? So what they do is what they build on. The only thing I would say is moving forward. It's just as I'm growing up, bruh, the amount of like careers that I'm exposed to and the impact that it has, and it's not talked about in our community. Who sits there and talk about a financial advisor? Who sits there and talk about somebody who's a producer? Who sits there and talk about I don't know, somebody who writes insurance? Who sits there and talks about what do you call it? Just those. If it's not engineer, if it's not doctor, if it's not like the traditional thing, there's so many other fields
doctor,
that-
lawyer, engineer.
yeah, like
and
even in the
pilots.
tech field, there's so many things that you can do. You can be somebody who just manage risk. You can be somebody who just focuses on compliances. And those people,
IT babe.
yeah, it's not compliance is not only in IT. You can work compliance in any field. You get what I mean? You just have to know the law.
It's how you started the whole thing. That's why I said IT, and you didn't dispel any notions of the IT babe. I'll continue.
But yeah, it's just I can't fault them, but I also think that I think in this day and age, it's about time that they open their minds up to something different because there's so many things that you can do out here. So much that also is respectable. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm.
and that goes back to the whole idea of you know, being able to come to the US, integrate with the right group, right? That will tell you that, you know, um there's a lot more to your life than just going through the health route, right? Because most people when they come in here, CNA, right? They go that route because
Yep.
that's what they're being told. But if you say, let me think about it or let me get a second opinion, and then someone says, okay, you know, try this field, you know, try that field. Because right now, you know, everybody's teaching something, right? Everyone's teaching something. You know, it could be, you know, it could be cyber, it could be risk management, you know, it could be Salesforce. Everyone is teaching something, right? So now that is your life. You have to sit down and say, okay, you know, I'm X age, or X years old. All right. Where this is where I want to see my life going, you know, and don't be afraid to try something and fail. Yes, there's gonna be some cost there, but at the same time, if you don't try it, how you know that you know it's gonna work?
I have a really good question, and I know I want to ask you last, Bell, because I know it's gonna divert the topic. But Nelly, you're getting this question first, so forgive me for putting you on the spot. Actually, like you don't forgive me, I'll still put you on the spot every chance. So, what motivates you now? Like, what gets you up in the morning and keeps you going? Like, and like, just overall, like, what makes you not want to stay stagnant? What makes you want to keep driving and pushing forward?
You should have given me banana. Please, can you go
Nah,
first?
Ah,
nah,
student
nah, nah, nah,
loans.
nah, 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 nah. His, we know his is going to. You understand? So let's start with you first.
Okay. What keeps me going? I believe for me, what keeps me going is the fact that I feel like I have so much more to do that I haven't tapped into my potential. What can Nelly do? You get what I mean? So far, there's so many things that I have done that I feel like I'm now where I believe like I haven't reached where I want to be. There's so much that's in me that I feel I haven't been able to draw out. You get what I mean? I feel like I'm multifaceted. I've been able to help and offer services in so many areas, but I feel like the purpose for which I've been placed on this earth, I haven't tapped into that yet. So keeps me going every day is self-discovery. What is Nelly going to do today? What can Nelly do differently today? What can Nelly, what can I do to help somebody differently today? So self-discovery is literally like what keeps me going every day because I don't think I've tapped into my potential or like my purpose yet.
So your motivation is essentially you just feel like you haven't achieved enough and you want to keep achieving more.
Not necessarily achieved enough. I don't know. I haven't seen the full me. You get what I mean? I feel like I'm still in the growing season. I haven't blossomed yet. There's still much
You haven't
to
hit your
be
prime.
done. Huh?
You haven't hit your prime.
Yes, sir.
Look at you. You said that so hard. Yes, sir. Since when have you been so respectful saying yes, sir?
Hmm.
Nelly. Nah, I like that though, honestly. Like that's how we keep, growing and all that. So Bill, what about you, man? What wakes you up in the morning? What's your motivation, man? I know some things have changed with you,
See, yeah,
recently.
what's my motivation?
In life.
Right now in front of me, I'm looking at this box of diaper that says save up to $275.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but life has changed, right? And I have a kid now, so obviously that adds a little bit more fire, right? You know how when you every year goes by, right? You do certain things, and then it's almost like okay, New Year, same shit. You repeat, right? Now
can't
it's
just say
like
French,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
I'm
Frances.
You have a child.
Yeah, Frances. Yeah, so there's a new body, there's a new mouth to feed, and she eats a lot, man. Baby is eating. Yeah, it's
That's
eating.
Nelly, I just want to let it be known on the record. If 5 years from now they say someone is corrupting this child's ears, it's not me. It's you. You're already in life. That's what I'm saying. It's not me. It's not me. Continue.
Yeah, so
Oh,
baby needs to eat. But to answer the question though, it's like you wake up in the morning, you look to your left, you see your wife, you look to your right, you see your child, and it's just like, okay, let me get up and do something, So that's where my motivation is. And of course, having two siblings that, they're also growing and entering their own space, right? They are also, looking up and seeing what their elder brother is doing. So it's just a lot of different areas where, you know, people are kind of looking up to you, depending on you. So you can be, and you guys know me. I don't like to be idle, So I'm always trying to see what else I can do, even if it's having 2-3 businesses that, one might be idle for 6 months, but the other one is cooking, and then the next thing you know, it flips.
Even
So, yeah.
getting stood up, for
And then
30 plus
getting stood
minutes.
up, and the guy hasn't even still texted back.
If you hear the story, yeah, you be like, hey.
Next episode, I'm telling the whole story.
Bro,
Nonsense.
just remind me. Padiman tried to blame you.
Trying to blame who?
Bro, I said screenshots don't lie.
Next episode, I'm telling the whole story. Nonsense.
Bro, I was so mad. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but yeah, Carson. What about you though? What about you? What keeps you going every morning? Minus the fact that you have to do 85 reports every week.
Bruh, honestly, for one, you probably know better than most. Like, I'm trying to navigate and get out of the space that I'm currently in right now. For sure. So that's like a major motivation. Like, when I tell you just internally, I've probably put up in the last month. I put in 176 applications. For the next level and stuff like that. So being stagnant is something I don't like. I know before I got to this role, I was just like, I can't be in the same space. Like, and I don't have a noble purpose, right? Like you might have, you want to take care of your family and stuff like that. I just don't want to get, caught lacking. I don't want to be falling behind. That's really it. That's my main motivation. I like comfort and I like nice things.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm hanging around people of a certain that have a certain taste, right, and they live a certain lifestyle, and I tend to like some of those lifestyles. So I'm like, I want to be able to keep up. I don't want for a situation where people are going on vacation and I'm stuck at home because I can't afford it. Like, I don't want a situation where I want to eat something and I can't afford it. Like, I like comfort. I like the convenience that comes with, So my motivation is to be able to do what I want, when I want, how I want it. That's literally it. It's a selfish motivation, but that's it. I want to do what I want, when I want, how I want it. And if it means switching careers, then so be it. If it means starting a business, so be it, right? But in regards to, like, trailblazing for the generation behind me, I don't even think about that. Because to me, I don't necessarily look at myself as a role model. Because I personally critique myself a lot more. And there are certain things that I don't want them to be like me. I want them to be better than me. So I will do my best to put my best foot forward. And if you're watching, cool, so be it. But I'm not the person that's going to sit there and go offer unsolicited advice or try to, want to quote unquote mentor someone actively. I believe I can mentor someone by just doing the best in any way, shape, form, which is why you would see me like interact with the kid and treat him with utmost respect, the same way I would give an adult the same respect. And I'm hoping that by purposely living my life that way, that can, make an impact. So.
Oh yeah, well said. Rich Uncle Carl.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Rich goal for who? Pima say that's the goal.
That's the goal, not to be rich, uncle. What do you mean?
Not go find something to be ninging you every day talking about rich uncle.
Hey.
Yeah.
We'll take that one off camera.
Yeah, we'll discuss in the back. But no, No, Nelly, definitely we appreciate you, coming on the podcast to discuss. Even though it was very impromptu, but some very good points. And shout out to Dynamic Alliance for doing this back to school event for the kids. It's all about them kids. You know what I'm saying? It's always all about them kids.
They are the
Um,
future.
and just real quick, if anybody wants to support this back to school event, how best or what's the best way to reach out to the group?
The best way to reach out to the group currently, if you can, I apologize in advance, but you can go on Dynamic Alliance USA. Right now it says not safe, but it should be safe soon. Or you can donate via Zelle, which is just our email address, which is Dynamic Alliance USA at gmail.com. Or you can donate via PayPal by just searching our name, Dynamic Alliance USA. So those are the different ways that you can donate through. Or if you know Carson or Belna in person, just drag them and just donate.
Wonderful. Now, I will do a shameless plug though. For DAU, I would say I'll ask a few questions. If you know you're dedicated, please reach out to me. But not just that. If you also know that you're committed and you're willing to give up at least 2 hours a month minimum to serve, and not serve me, I'm just saying serve the future generation, please reach out to me. If you know that you're going to be how do you put it, useful, because we have some some things we're working through, please reach out to me. If you know you are going to be, how do you call it, clever in finding out different ways, innovative, that's the word I was looking for, please reach out to me, because we're looking for, and if you know you're going to be serious, please reach out to me. We're looking for serious people that will be able to, either join for one, but you don't have to join with your time only. You can join with your wallet. So like Nelly said, the Zelle is open. We're making impacts. Nelly, you can speak more on some of the results that we've had recently, right? In
Yeah.
regards to some of the projects that we've done. And if you want to make an impact, please go ahead and reach out to us. It's a great community. Again, serious, dedicated, consistent people, right? Reach out to me. We'll go through a whole interview process to vet, make sure you can join the group. And, we will be more than happy to have, members.
Yes, definitely. Also, it's not, I guess, shameless plug, not really shameless plug. Even there's so many programs that DAU is currently working on. One of them is, being overseen by Belna in Cameroon with the IDPs, and also even funding s- a specific right now we're focusing on one child going. We have put him into school. I think, is it primary school? What do you call that in Cameroon?
Secondary.
Secondary school. So he's been doing well, which is an amazing thing to do, just to see his growth. We've also, like I said, helped IDPs by giving them different workshop where they can learn different trades, whether it's hairdressing, metal beading, glassware, computer, so different training programs that we have put them through. We've had how many graduations thus far? Like 4 graduations in total, or 3?
I mean, it's 4 split up in 2 cities, so 2 each.
Yep, we have the cities are in Bamenda and Cham. And there's another program that we've also recently launched, which is called Entretech. So pretty much like what we're trying to do is to empower our community back home through tech, and eventually being able to place them. Actually, so what it is we offer them a scholarship to be doing tech specific courses. So whether it's AWS, whether it's machine learning, whether it's data analysis. So we offer them, we put them in classes where they are able to learn those skills. After that, we work with them on their resume through interview prep, and then they go ahead and start applying. And by the grace of God, so far we've had 2 people who have gotten jobs, and like this, we've been able to change like the trajectory of like 2 generations, and that's only by the grace of God. And I'm so proud and happy for our group to be able to do such a thing, because it's it says it's the little things that we do, but the thing is that it's a sacrifice that we made that was able to change. We don't know the amount of mouth that these people that now have a job that they are able to feed. You get what I mean? We might not be able to feed 10 mouths, but by impacting 2 lives, then they can go and impact 20 more, 20 more lives. Just through that, I just want to say a special shout out and a special thank you to all the DAU member and everybody that has ever donated to DAU, because you guys have impacted so many lives that you don't even know. So just a big, big, big thank you, and I appreciate you so much.
Hey,
All right, all right. And just before we wrap up here, what's the motto for the group again?
I will let Carson say that one.
we rise by lifting others. Come on
Yeah.
now. What do y'all take me for? I'm like, bro, what? I was confused. I was just like, this is a trick question. I'm like, bro, I'm not one of this Yoda. Bro.
All right, very serious
Oh,
podcast.
wow.
Anyway, thank you, Chef Carr. Thank you, Vice President. This was fun. Thank you for chatting with us. Until next time, check us out on Instagram at NYK Podcast and on Twitter at NowYouKnow1. That is NowYouKnow and the number 1. Until next time, bye.